Alright, it's just gonna be, I always say this, and I lie, not intentionally, but I always end up looking like a liar because I'll say this is gonna be a quick video, and then it's like 20-30 minutes long. But this literally is going to be a quick video. I'm going to watch the time. So I wanted to talk about, in general, religion infused with politics, or politics actually infused with religion. More goes that way, I feel. Because religion doesn't really want anything to do with politics, but politics want a lot to do with religion because, for one, as much as they want to say that Christianity is dying out in the West, or it's dying out rapidly and all this, not enough people are praying or reading the Bible or studying God or anything, and people are losing faith. They've been saying that since probably almost the very beginning of Christianity because of the fear of it. If you really look throughout all the decades, every decade has claimed that Christianity needs to be amped up and spread around more, and so many people don't know God, and they don't know the Bible, and they don't, they've always said this. So it's just not true. If you look at the people who affiliate themselves with Christianity, it's massive. It's on a massive scale. It's the number one religion as far as affiliation, as far as popularity. I know people hate to use the word popularity, so do I, but I'm just saying it's literally the most widespread religion within society, within the United States as well as the world. So it just doesn't add up when they act like, their religion, their culture is dying out. There's so many people who don't go around sharing it, but are Christians. The reason that they don't go around sharing it is because there's always a contradiction. When you share that you're anything, there's always a contradiction with someone that, wants to say something like, oh, so what do you mean by that? Oh, you're a Christian, so what kind of Christian? Do you believe this? Do you believe that the whole Bible is true? Do you believe, do you believe that abortion should be illegal? Do you believe that secular music is ruining our kids with TikTok and Facebook? And then they go to other weird things like, oh, well, do you think all these people who aren't Christians should come to God, or they're doomed? And it's like, if you don't share, sometimes if you don't share your title that you consider yourself to be with the rest of the world, then there's no judgment, because you may be questioned, but they won't know what you truly are or truly represent. And that mysterious element can be very beneficial in a way, on a personal level, or even a society level. So an inside level and an outside level, that can be very beneficial. But there's also a negative part of that, because as human beings, we love to share. We love to share what we know and what we feel and how we feel and what we want and desire and what we think should be done. Not necessarily like hey, I want something done my way, but obviously people do that, but I'm saying in a good way of doing that is we want to share the right thing to do that we feel the majority should believe, which really is very basic things like, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat, don't antagonize people, don't annoy people, respect people. If you only have one thing from the Bible, it would, in my opinion, it would be to treat others the way that you would like to be treated. And if there was one level of an example of punishment from the Bible in one part, I would say it would be the most important to use this line. It's not going to go exactly the way, I'm not going to tell you the chapter and the verse and everything, but it goes like this: whatever you do to others, however you judge others, even not just do, but judge. So however you treat others, vocally or physically, so emotionally, psychologically, or physically, hands-on, however you treat other people around you, anyone, you will be punished in the same measure as which you treated those people. That's a very solid philosophy, because just the idea that it's not saying you'll be punished more severely, it's not saying that you'll just be punished in some way, it's saying you will be evenly punished in the same form which you have punished others. Now, that doesn't mean punishing others as far as, punishing people in the court of law or punishing people with a justified reason. What I'm saying is, you go around telling people that they're wrong, or making fun of people, or bullying people, or just trying to antagonize people, or get in people's skin, or have this agenda, this hidden agenda to obtain something for yourself or within your people or community over another, and you feel like it's a secret. It's not a secret at all, especially if you're a Christian. You don't have any secrets like that when it comes to the Holy Spirit, when it comes to God. You don't have secrets there. If you did, then how would he even judge in the end? It would be like courtrooms that we see, where we're constantly like, is that person telling the truth? We better look into this for a while and see if we can find out if this is truthful. That's not what the trial is going to be like. If God's going to give us all a trial, it's not going to be about whether we fool him or come up with a good excuse or a solid case. We're not going to have a lawyer saying this and that, trying to back up both the guilty and the innocent, or both parties. Whichever one. Here's this person. He's likely convicted of this crime already. We know he probably did it, but he's going to get a lawyer to defend him. Why? Well, we have to do that because if not, then he could receive extremely high levels of injustice. In other words, he could be guilty of a crime, but he could get 10 times worse of punishment than somewhere else by another judge. So the lawyer's there to try to mediate that, to balance that. But that's not what trial is going to be like if God has a trial for us all. It's going to be a matter of what we've done, not what we confess. We don't have to confess to him once we're there. The confessions are already done, because whatever is hidden will be revealed. Nothing that's hidden will remain hidden once that day comes. It will all be revealed. All will be revealed for each of us, not as a whole, platform situation. Like a Newsmax telling everybody what they all of a sudden know is, oh yeah, we revealed this, or CNN, or someone's channel, and they're going to reveal this information to you. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an ultimate judge that's already all-knowing, who knows what we have all done, what we have not admitted that we have done, and what we have admitted we have done. The good, the bad, the sad, the beautiful, the ugly, all of it. So, for anyone out there who's pushing this Christian nationalist agenda, or anyone out there who's just pushing the opposite, a communist agenda against Christianity, anyone who's pushing anything against anyone, you may get away with it here. There is a fear of that here on this earth. But if there is a divine essence of God and a trial that will be placed upon all of us, you're already guilty and condemned. As far as my case goes, I don't know. But I do know, if you're doing these things that I'm talking about here in the world and treating people the way that you clearly have been, many people of many different organizations, but a lot of religious people, feeling that you can judge gay people when you don't judge gay people. God judges all people. So who are you to judge them and make laws preventing them from literally being able to live out their free will, their God-given rights to free will? There's a reason why we have free will, and that is to test the spirit, and God is testing the spirit. If Jesus was sent here to test the spirit of people and to bring people to God, who are you people to try to demand that everyone comes to your God? And by your God, I mean the way you see it, because it's your God, not the God. You have your own way, your own agenda, and your own manipulative strategies to, make sure people are awake and not woke, or worrying about inflation and ignoring the fact that women's rights are under attack, or to worry about banning the gay people from getting married rather than worrying about the actual crime levels that are going on in the youth and the mental health that's neglected because you think we can just pray it away as a nation. All these things, they will be handled with justice, regardless of what you call justice or what you call righteousness and good and family oriented and America and values and all this. Whatever you define these things as, it won't matter. You won't have an argument against God's time to judge you. Same with myself. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about communism or fascism or extremism or anything. They're all the same thing. Control of the people, mass control of people. And it can very well happen with religion taking over, with their dogmatic doctrines that we see every day, demanding that people start coming to God, or demanding people start attending church more often. Not demanding those things necessarily, but making it feel like you should, or you're dooming yourself, your children, your entire family, and your whole community if you don't. Putting that really weird symbolic guilt inside of people, making all people who disagree feel like pieces of shit and scum of the earth because you say they won't obey the rules that are so obvious and so common and easy to obey. But they're not, because there's more to it than just those simple, common moral standards when it comes to the way people push the Bible, not when it comes to the Bible. I believe the Bible, I believe, also has been very plagiarized, possibly way more than once throughout history. Probably starting with, not starting literally, but definitely going back to the Roman Catholics. Definitely played a huge part of that plagiarism. But if we think of the Holy Spirit, what would that mean to you? Because to me, it means the world, everything, our existence, life, death, truth, lies, everything revealed, right there, everything right in front of you. Because we know good and bad. And when our minds become polluted from maybe trauma or abuse, I believe that aside from some disorders, because there is some psychological disorders that prevents that understanding, but for the most part, people who do bad things, they know what was right and what was good. They just didn't choose that. So I'm not sure why we would need religious organizations telling us that government control is a big threat when they want to control the government to be capable of controlling all of us. It's the same thing. Have a good day.